Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sit in It for a Bit with Arne and Carlos. And we are, as always, your hosts,
Arne and Carlos.
And this is our weekly podcast where we recap everything that's going on in our lives. We talk about all things Arne and Carlos. Maybe they are knitting related, maybe not. And just, try to pass a lovely 15 minutes and have some fun.
Yeah.
And enjoy some time together with you guys.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since we did this now.
Yes.
It feels like a long time.
Yes, it's been a very long time since we did our podcast. We've been away on holiday, but actually in the beginning of summer we had to interrupt or we had to stop due to some family related things.
Yeah, so my father passed away in June, so it was really difficult to do the sit and knit. It wasn't fun at the time. So we had to spend time with him and going back and forth to the place where he lived.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of hard. And he was 91 years old, so he was
going on 92.
Going on 92, and he was kind of, I think he had it.
Yeah.
If you can say that.
Yeah, he had lived a really good life and he was healthy. Let's see, the first time he went to hospital he was 85.
Yeah.
Actually the first time he saw a doctor in his life was when he was 85. And that's when he had a pacemaker operated. So he lived a really rich and a beautiful life, and I guess it was time for him to leave.
Yeah, and in the end he was like a little bird, a bird when it fell out of the nest because it didn't eat for a while, for weeks actually. But it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
So thanks for all the good thoughts and words
and wishes.
Yeah. But we can talk about him another time because he was an original.
Yeah, he was a very interesting person, and in a sit in it for a bit later on in the season, we will talk about him. I do want to add that we found out, we knew that he was going the way he was going about 3 weeks before he passed away. So by interrupting or by stopping our podcast, we could focus on spending time with him and saying goodbye. And we're very grateful that we actually were able to do that. Yeah. It was a beautiful experience to spend the last moments of his life together with him. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about something else. So we missed out on, or you guys missed out on some of the plans that we had. One of the things that we wanted to do was to celebrate Arne's birthday together with you guys here at Sit in It for a Bit. Unfortunately, Arne's dad passed away 4 days before your birthday, so that obviously didn't happen. But today, we're going to do it a little bit differently because we do want to celebrate your birthday in delayed.
We did it. We also did it because you made me a cake.
Of course, I make you a cake every year.
Yeah.
And
you
obviously,
made it and I ate it.
Yeah, like always.
For breakfast.
Yeah, and I only had
you had one tiny piece and I had the rest.
Anyway,
so good.
I know we celebrated your birthday, Arne, but we have all our YouTube friends that need to be a part of the celebration. And I thought, because every single year I make the same cake for Arne. This is the cake for him, the one that he loves the most. And I thought it would be nice to share this with you guys. So I want to recreate your cake for you. And today it's not a cooking tutorial at all. I will tell you how I make it, and I will do it as we recap our summer. So we will be...
And I can do my best to help you.
Yeah.
Because I'm so good when it comes to cooking.
Yeah, you're the best.
I'm the best.
So Arne's birthday is usually during, it's not usually, it's always during midsummer.
No, it changes. Sometimes I skip it, sometimes. That's why I'm 28 all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but
every year I'm 28.
Arne's birthday takes place during midsummer, and midsummer is a beautiful time here in Scandinavia, in the Nordic countries. We have usually beautiful weather. It's very light outside. It doesn't get dark, and everybody's in a good mood because summer is here and all of that.
And you're Swedish, so you put flowers in your hair and you dance around a stick in the garden.
Yeah, well,
that's didn't that. You haven't done that for many years.
Not for many years, but that's what we do in Sweden. But anyway, for midsummer, we tend to celebrate Arne's birthday. And the good thing about midsummer is that there's a lot of ingredients that are, coming into season. And actually, they keep going, they keep being in season for the whole summer. And so Arne, and then of course Arne loves a meringue. I mean, I never met a meringue you didn't like.
I have meringues for lunch. And you remember when we went to Paris for the trade shows?
It's disgusting.
People went out to buy lunch. I got this noodle soup and a huge meringue.
Yeah,
that's lunch.
And it's unfair, isn't it, that you can you can have all of that and you never gain weight anyway. I mean, that's really
but
not
that's
fair.
because I'm active.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about activity in a while as well. But yeah, Arne loves meringues. I mean, that's kind of like his favorite thing. And then June is the start of the berry season here in Norway, and so there's some really delicious berries that go really well at that time. And then if you whip some cream and put some vanilla in it, and then you make a big meringue, and then you put a lot of vanilla on top of the meringue, and then you put the berries on top of that, you get a pavlova, which is the cake.
That's a good cake.
That I make for Arne every single year, from the time I learned how to make it until now, that is.
Yeah, because he wasn't that good in the beginning.
We'll talk about that later as well. Anyway, or not at all. Anyway, I'm going to tell you the ingredients that we're going to be doing, and then I'm going to be trying to multitask. I don't know if I can manage. We'll see.
I can help you.
Yeah. Anyway, so for the meringue, we're going to use eggs, and we need 6 eggs. And actually, we're only going to use the egg whites. Okay. So we've got 6 eggs here. And obviously we need sugar, which we've got here. So we've got our sugar here. Then we need berries, obviously. We've got some beautiful blueberries.
They can't be Norwegian.
Those are not Norwegian, because blueberries, right now, blueberries start their season now here in the mountains. So they're obviously not local. However, the raspberries that we've got here, they are 100% Norwegian. And we also have some really delicious strawberries. Oh, whoops. Also 100% Norwegian.
And they are the best.
They're the best, yeah. Obviously, you need cream.
A lot of
that. And you need, here it is, a vanilla pod.
What's that for?
Oh, yeah. And, I'm glad you asked. I was forgetting about it. I got this raspberry vinegar. And what you do is you put a couple of teaspoons of that in the meringue when it's done. And that will make it a little bit chewy on the inside, but it will remain
so good.
Crispy on the outside. Now, the first thing we need to do, Arne, is put the oven on. So could you put the temperature at 120 degrees in the...
120? I can do that.
Yeah. So 120 degrees, convection, that's the one. Perfect.
I'm going down now.
Yep.
120.
So the oven is now at 120 degrees Celsius, which is, I have my notes here, which in Fahrenheit is 250 degrees. And it's going to heat up. You might hear a little buzz, but you know, we can live with that, can't we?
We can do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start separating the eggs. I've washed my hands, and I've actually never found a good way to do it.
You know, I'm good at this.
I know you are, but I make this cake for you every year, and I'm not going to let you do this. This is my cake for you. So I've realized that the best way to crack these eggs and separate the white from the yellow is to use my hands, just my plain hands. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And Arne, while I do this, maybe you can start recapping.
Oh, the summer?
Well, let's talk about the chaos that has been going on in here.
Yeah, because we've been building. Because we have this limestone fireplace in the, what you call that, drawing room?
Can I have the towel?
And the construction was made so badly, and the fireplace was moving. I guess those of you who followed us on the advent calendar last year, we were in front of that fireplace, and actually we had to tear it down and we had to clear the whole room. And we decided to remove the floors as well, because we had wooden floors, and now we have put in concrete. So it's like it's a concrete floor with the heating in the concrete, and that like 1 centimeter of concrete needs 1 week to dry, and we had 10 centimeters at least. So it took the whole summer.
Yeah.
And it's still not finished.
No.
And now we are actually waiting for more limestone. because the limestone in the back of the fireplace where you burn the wood was too thin. So one of the stones were broken. They were 3 centimeters and the minimum is 7 centimeters. So I guess we were fooled when we bought that.
I think we were totally fooled.
Totally fooled. So now we have to wait for that stone. And I don't know, hopefully we will have a fireplace in the winter again, or maybe in the autumn.
Yeah.
Hopefully for your birthday.
Hopefully, yeah. God, I've been really quiet now doing this.
But you do it. But you're not using your hands. You do it in the shell.
No, but if I do it in the shell, I tend to crack. I tend to get the egg white or the yolk in the egg white, and I already messed up once. So I need to get another, because I don't think you're supposed to have any egg yolk in the white.
No, and no shell.
Anyway, yeah,
you do it so well.
It's been a nightmare with all these people here helping us.
Actually,
rebuild
the
nightmare
is waiting for things to happen,
yeah.
Because everything takes time, and then like now we have just to wait for those rocks to come, the limestone, and then we have to put back the wood on the floor because we're gonna have a wooden floor on top of the concrete. So we have to make like stripes with the saw on the back of the wood so it doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing, and then we have to put back all the framing and the electricity, and we haven't had guests sleeping over this summer because
there's no room for them.
All the stuff from the drawing room is in the place where we have guests. It's warm. It's already warm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's and that's the way it is. And our terrace on this side of the house that overlooks the lake is completely full of stuff. So
we haven't used it for the whole summer, and we opened those boxes where we have those pillows for the suitcase for the chairs, and there was a bee nest.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Because we haven't opened it for a long time, so the bees moved in there. So that's
cool. I screwed up 2 eggs, so I need to redo that. And I put the bowl for this whole thing on the floor, and Freya licked part of it.
She licked that bowl?
Well, the top.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to wash this.
So it's been on the floor?
Yeah. I put it here because I thought it was really ugly to have it here. So it's been on the floor. There's egg white with egg yolk in it. Everybody knows I love to cook, but everybody also should know I'm a lousy baker. However, I have 4 egg yolks here that are perfect. So I need 2 more, but I need to wash this. And then, of course, it's summer. We've always been talking about dressing for a Zoom meeting, right? but now, I know what you said, but this is what I'm going to say. We always talk about, the past year, everybody's dressing for a Zoom meeting, which means you dress from the top up, right?
Which you did this morning.
Well, I'm not dressed for a Zoom meeting. We have literally rolled out of bed. I put this t-shirt on.
You don't look like that when you roll out of bed. Your hair is perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, we almost rolled out of bed. Not literally, maybe,
No.
Anyway, but I put on a t-shirt, but I didn't really care too much about what I'm wearing from the waist down. So now everybody's going to get to see my pajamas pants.
So you have to get up now.
Yeah. I'm getting up. I'm going to just get 2 more eggs. I'm going to wash this. And everybody's get to see my pajamas pants. But it doesn't matter because there is a picture of me from the garden.
It is, in the pajamas.
Because
maybe
I am...
another one, but...
Because Arne, you can tell everybody that I am the pajamas gardener.
You look good in stripes, Carlos.
Thank you.
And I think it's inside out.
Oh, really? Well...
No, it's not. Okay? No, but I can tell you, like, there's another thing going on this summer. We are actually putting roof on our guest house because it's been just with like this thing you put on the roof, which is not good for the roof. It's like just what you have under the like the plate.
Yeah, the tin roof.
The tin roof, and then we put on that thing 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, well, you did.
Or I did, and it's been looking like that for 5 years. And this year we decided it's time to put on the tin roof. So that's another project. And now.
It was
and the house was so crooked, so it took a very long time just to straighten it up because it's old.
It was a fun thing though, because Arne loves, getting books on stuff, especially things that have to do with carpentry.
Everything actually, because sometimes if you want something done, you have to do it yourself, and if you don't know how to do it, you get a book.
Yeah, and he wanted a porch on the little house that we have down by the lake, the closest one to the lake. He wanted a porch, and he figured I'll do it myself. And he got a book, and he read it, and he did it, which is really cool. But then I keep telling him we need to put the tin roof on, the final roof, and that apparently was not something Arne was willing to do.
No, you said, Arne, you can do it.
Well, that's because I wanted to save money.
Yeah, but I knew I couldn't do it because that is harder. And I think it needs to be perfect. It's like, if you do it badly, look what happened to the fireplace. But that was professional people.
That tricked us.
That
cheated us.
I don't know. But it's coming. It's coming up. And then, so that's the building that's been going on this year.
And by the way, I'm because I'm multitasking here and I lose my thread a little bit. You know,
what are you doing now?
I'm separating the eggs and the white and the yolk and making a huge mess.
Can I do one just to show you how I do it? Because you do it so messy.
I know, but you know what? I'm baking this cake and I'm putting all my love into this cake.
I'm eating it.
So you should just relax, sit down, and you're gonna get a delicious. I promise you, it's gonna be really delicious.
But put back in the shell and then.
Yeah, but no, I do it my way.
Okay. That's like a professional, I guess.
No.
That's how the professional.
No, this is somebody who really doesn't know how to bake. But you know, I make you this cake every year, so I'm actually quite good at it.
The cake is so good, so I guess.
Okay, there you go. So I've got my 6 egg yolks. They are now separated, and they are there. Yeah, what I was gonna say was, what was I gonna say? Jeez, I forgot.
Something about building. The fireplace.
Well, yeah, we got cheated on the fireplace. You see, I can't multitask. I really don't remember what I was gonna say. Let me see. No, I just don't remember.
Next year we have more building coming up. So you see, this is not the last summer we have building in the garden.
Definitely not.
Actually, and the greenhouse this year has been so bad. We've been like not doing our job in the greenhouse. We have tomatoes and some.
Yeah, we've neglected the greenhouse.
But it took so much time carrying rocks and working in the drawing room or the living room. The drawing room.
Well, drawing room, whatever you.
And it's been too busy for the greenhouse. So next year it will be better.
Yeah.
And it's been so warm.
It has. Yeah.
In July, I think it was, or June, it was so warm. So I planted the tree outside the greenhouse just to get some shade. But the tree is only 1 meter.
I remember what I was gonna say, Arne. I remember what I was gonna say. So because we're so busy right now, did you call about the rock or the limestone?
No, I have to call later today and ask.
You told me to remind you. I forgot, but now I'm reminding you.
No, I remember, but I think it was a little bit early, and I didn't want to call yesterday because they just came back from holiday, and then they don't do anything. I know. So today is the day I'm going to call.
Perfect.
And then we have to drive over the mountains to pick it up because we don't have time waiting for someone to deliver it. So we're going to pick it up ourselves.
Anyway, now we've got our egg whites here in the bowl that is going to be the meringue, and we've got 6 egg yolks here. I'm not going to throw these away. I'm going to probably just put them in the pan and make a egg yolk omelette.
Is that also possible?
Yeah, or just scrambled eggs with just the yolks. We could probably make some different kinds of cakes. I was looking for other recipes. Maybe you guys can give us some tips. What is your favorite? What do you do with egg yolks when you
What about donuts? Is that what they put in donuts?
I'm sure. Yeah, you could do a lot of stuff with this. Check it out. Anyway, if you have a favorite recipe, something that you love doing with egg yolks, let us know in the comments. That would be really great. I'm just gonna make scrambled eggs, I guess, with this, and then we'll just have this for lunch with some tomatoes. Maybe is that a good idea?
That's a good idea.
And some garlic, something like that.
Very good idea.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so. I've got my egg whites here, and now we need 250 grams of sugar, which is a lot, I have to say. It is a lot.
So how do you do? Oh yeah.
And I've got a little scale here, so I'm just gonna weigh it up. And I was checking, 250 grams of sugar apparently is 1 cup in the USA. So that's what you need. A cup of sugar, an American cup of sugar.
Okay.
But I'm measuring 250 grams. And actually, I heard, Arne, that a lot of bakers, even in the US, they use the metric system because it's more precise. So maybe some of you really good bakers out there are already aware of that.
I like the cup. Use a cup.
Yeah.
And then you use.
But then it's not so accurate. Here,
Then you use like a coffee cup, like a.
no,
a
American,
one.
no, you need
Not
to.
the big mug.
No, it's an American measuring unit. So you need to use, it's not like a cup and you can take any cup.
Oh. But there are recipes who says use a cup.
Yeah, and
Then
that's.
I use the cup.
No,
I use
no,
a
no.
coffee cup. Not that I bake that often, but I.
No, Arne. Next time you need to use the cup that. You know the deciliter thing that we have?
Yeah, that's like.
On one side it says the metric, and then on the other side it says 1 cup.
That's like a coffee cup, a small one, not a tea cup.
Well,
I
I
think.
don't know. I don't know. So 226, 238,
And a little bit.
240,
And a little bit for the road.
42, 44. Okay. No, oh no, we're 250. So hang on. Up so much.
No, that's good.
Okay, whatever.
54, that's good.
I'm just gonna do this. I'm not a big fan of sugar.
You see, I'm like, I know everything.
Yeah. So we've got our meringue or our egg whites with sugar, and it's going to go into the food processor. I have kind of set it up so I didn't have to show my my under part, my trousers, but now that everybody saw it
Now
anyway.
you can see your behind.
Yeah.
Luckily, your behind is not eating your trousers.
Thankfully.
That's not nice on video.
Although the question is, am I wearing underwear? No, just kidding.
I saw that. What's it called? Rørleggersprekk? What's that?
No.
What's that in
The
English?
plumber
The
crack?
plumber crack. I saw it when you. I don't think the viewers saw it.
No, okay.
It was in my face. You should put on clothes, Carlos,
Well,
before cooking.
okay, Arde, would you please stand up?
No.
There you go.
So
Okay.
okay, we have to take a break because I see
Yeah.
you put out this.
Yeah.
It means that it will be noisy.
So we're gonna put on our noise canceling headphones because we hate the sound of this machine.
I put on some.
And it's actually gonna go for 20 minutes, I think.
I'm gonna go out into the garden.
Yeah, my recipe says 20 minutes or something like that. So I'll be back, or we'll be back in about 20 minutes, but it's gonna be, very quickly because we are doing this on camera. So put your headphones on and put the button, and let's go.
Did you say anything?
No, not yet.
No.
Okay, we are back, and we have a lovely meringue here now. Let me see if I can.
Oh, I can lick that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Sure.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's your belated birthday, so of course you're gonna be able to lick it. Yeah. So we've got this meringue now, which is really nice, as you can see here. And to that, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of the raspberry vinegar.
So, why do you do it now? Why didn't you put it in?
No, just fold it in gently, very gently, because
You
that's.
have some
Oh, do I have meringue?
meringue all
Oh,
over.
am I okay now?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
No, you're okay.
Okay, there we go. That was 2 teaspoons of the meringue, and then I just fold it gently. Oh, sorry, of the vinegar, and I just fold it gently. Now, Arne, I do have a task for you because this is something that you do so well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would you like to? So we need a circle. We have a
So
sheet of
that's
baking.
why we
Yeah.
have this.
Yeah, we have a sheet of baking paper here, and we're gonna make a circle on that, and then we're gonna make a round kind of cake out of
What's
it.
this on the plate?
I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a
Okay.
clove. Anyway, we're gonna make a circle and then we're gonna put the meringue on that. Go away, Helmer. Go away. and then we're gonna create the meringue around that. Yeah, perfect.
So it can be any.
Yeah, well, this the diameter of this is 28 centimeters of that plate, which is 11 inches. It's pretty big.
Big cake.
Yeah.
So I put this on the.
Yeah, and then if you help me, if you tilt this, usually you don't do any of this because I do it all. This is actually the first time.
It's just for the camera. Oh.
Well, there's more. There's more.
Oh, that looks so good. But I have to lick that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that.
And this one.
Are you sure you want to do that? I mean, there's a lot of sugar here.
I can handle
Can you take the rest with a spoon?
that. Meringue all over.
So, the first time I made this meringue cake, I really screwed it up because I thought that this meringue was supposed to rise on its own. I don't know why I thought that. So I think we need another spoon. I need another spoon. So I actually spread the whole thing on the baking sheet, the whole thing with meringue. And when it came out, it was flat as a pancake or as a sheet of paper. It was not very...
But it tasted meringue.
It was okay, yeah.
But it wasn't fluffy. So.
What are you doing? See, this is why I never let you hang out with me when I do my meringue.
Look, you have meringue all over.
Yeah. It's a little bit sticky. It's a little bit sticky, I have to say.
Can I lick this one also?
Yeah, go ahead.
You need this one again?
No, I'm fine. So what I do now is I just shake this. I think that the bottom was a little bit too big this time. So it's going to be under 20. It's going to be more like 23 centimeters, like 9 inches.
But you have that circle, you can work inside the circle.
Yeah. Just shape
And
it.
it's so good when you make it like this high.
Yeah. It's a very tall meringue. You love this stuff.
Maybe I shouldn't lick this
You
one.
shouldn't lick this. You know what they say about all that sugar. Well, it doesn't apply to you, obviously, but to other normal people like me, I couldn't possibly do that.
Look, I have more for you.
You're gonna be on a sugar high, and then you're not gonna. Well, that's gonna be a joke. You're
I'm
not
gonna knit like crazy.
Yeah, and then you're gonna eat the cake
And I'm gonna eat it.
and lick all that. Yeah.
And I'm gonna lick
You're
it.
crazy, you know.
I know.
It's actually pretty good.
I'm good crazy. Not crazy.
Okay. So, I've done my little meringue cake, and hopefully this will keep its shape.
It's very sticky. It's like working
I know.
with glue.
Yeah,
Or something.
I know.
If I could, I would put my head in this one. Can I do that later when we turn the camera?
What if your head gets stuck?
What if I?
Okay, this is dangerous, because I'm not. I mean, I'm a normal person, so if I eat all this,
This
I'm
is
gonna
like
go. And,
those eating videos. You see, I
Yeah.
saw this lady. She was eating crab.
but if I eat all of this, I'm gonna go into a sugar high. I'm gonna get so much energy. And
You're gonna climb that mountain 2 times today.
yeah, we're gonna be
Because-
talking about that later about climbing mountains, and maybe I'll clean the whole house now that I've got all this. Actually, no, I have to go to physiotherapy. So what we're gonna do now, as you can see here, I'm just gonna lift this up so you can see. We have now a round shape, which is a meringue. We're gonna pop this in the oven for an hour and a half at 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. You are crazy.
I just have to hide me.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
And yeah, and this is why I never make this when you're around, because this is just awful. I mean, look at you. You've got egg all over your.
Now I got my sugar high. I start to laugh.
Yeah.
Can you please take that out? I need it.
Yeah. Anyway, this goes in the oven for an hour and a half, and then we let it just pretty much cool down in the oven. So once it's baked, it'll just cool down there, and then it could be overnight, so we could do this tomorrow or later in the afternoon, which is our plan. After I come back from my workout and my physiotherapy, we will be doing the rest of the cake. But for now, this is pretty much it. It goes in the oven. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna get into my workout outfit, and we're gonna go drive down to my physiotherapy.
And this is 1.5 hours, you said, in the not in the fireplace.
In the oven.
Because we don't have a fireplace at the moment. In the oven.
This is so dangerous,
Look, it's beautiful.
Okay, pop it in the oven. We'll see you in a few hours.
And take this away.
No, put it in the oven. It goes in the oven.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it. Because I know you don't want to stand up.
No, I don't want to stand up. Okay, so while you do your physiotherapy, I can lick that one. I bring that in the car.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, see you in a minute.
So an hour and a half is 90. You can set 90 minutes.
Are we finished now? Can I get up?
Yeah, get up.
Okay.
We're done. So see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Okay.
Hi everyone, we are back with part 2 of Sit in It for a Bit with Arne and Carlos this Wednesday, 18th of August. This is part 2. We already did part 1 in the morning. It was actually 7 o'clock when we started filming. So
just after you rolled out of the bed.
Well, you rolled out of bed too. We rolled out of bed and we decided that we wanted to recreate a cake, or the cake, because this is the cake.
The cake.
The cake, the one that I make for Arne every single year on his birthday. And the reason why we wanted to recreate it on this Sit in It for a Bit was so that you guys could partake in kind of a birthday celebration with Arne, since we had actually planned to celebrate your birthday together with all our YouTube friends, but we couldn't.
We can do it now.
But we're doing it now. Yeah. So, and then of course the meringue had to go into the oven. It's been in the oven, so I think we put it in the oven. It was 7:30-ish.
It's been in there for how long?
Yeah, 1.5 hour. It was baking for 1.5 hour. Convection oven, 120 degrees Celsius, which is 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And then basically what we do is we just let the meringue stay in the oven and cool down in there, in that air, which is that hot air, that cools down and kind of dries it up a little bit. That's what I think anyway. So yeah, it's now 2 o'clock and the oven's cool. I opened the door to feel the air. The oven's been cool probably for a few hours now.
Probably.
And it's going to be very exciting when we take out the meringue eventually. And in between I have been to physiotherapy. I actually put on a pair of jeans. So I'm wearing pants, and actually you're wearing pants too.
I'm wearing pants too because I had to drive you down there. And
exactly.
I picked you up.
So yeah, we're wearing pants now. We're no longer in our pajama pants.
You need to have pants, if your car breaks down.
Yeah.
And you have to call an emergency, and then you're in your underwear.
Yeah, you're dressed for a Zoom meeting.
Road.
You're dressed for a Zoom meeting in the car. No, that doesn't really work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. So anyway, physiotherapy was great. I feel very relaxed and all that, and ready to continue the process of making the cake. As we recap our summer, everything that went on this summer.
And I'm just watching.
Yeah, because this is the cake that I make for you. I put all my love in this cake for you every year. And all you need to do is enjoy watching it.
Yeah. I can tell you something. Actually, tell all of you. I got a birthday gift this year.
You did, yes.
I got my COVID vaccine, the first shot.
Yeah, you did.
And so did you.
So did I, yeah.
And we only need one because we had it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for those of you who don't. Yeah, exactly.
One shot and then you have one and then you're finished.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know us, haven't been following us, we had COVID in March of last year. We were very early and we got it really early. And I was very sick. I was sick like for 14 months. Mm-hmm. It took a long time for me to heal. But I have good news, actually. I mean, the COVID vaccine kind of put an end to my misery because it was done on June 22nd on your birthday. And we got our shot. of Pfizer, and we only needed one, as Arne said. But the thing was that in the end of May, my doctor wanted to do some new blood tests on me, and the result of the blood test was that I was healthy again, because I had the COVID, and the COVID affected my lungs severely, but also my liver. And because my liver was affected, I lost a lot of my energy. I was feeling very, well, not in good shape. And in the end of May, the tests that came in showed that my liver was now working normally again. And then a few weeks after, I did lung tests, and everything's okay now. Yeah. And actually, it made sense, because when the doctor said, "Oh, your liver tests are now normal," I kind of realized that, yeah, of course, because I've been feeling very energetic.
And you've been exercising.
Like crazy.
Like crazy. You've been doing that machine, walking.
Yeah, the thing is that once I started getting my energy back, I got a lot of energy, because I'm one of those people. I have a lot of energy. So now I need to climb a mountain every day. So every single day, as long as it doesn't rain, I take Helmer and I just walk and then I climb a mountain. It takes me 1 hour and a half, and then I sit there and I meditate, and then I run down the mountain and come back home. Sometimes you come with me.
Sometimes. Not all the time, because I have so much work to do now.
Yeah, Arne is working, basically he's helping the carpenter and the guy who is making our new fireplace. So he has to help them out, because it's cheaper when we do it.
And some of the, like for the fireplace, those stones, they are so heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Limestone, so he can't carry those alone. That's my workout.
Yeah, and if you saw the Christmas episode last year where I tried to make a Christmas star using a drill and wood and screws, you will know that I am dangerous when it comes to all those things.
Better.
No, I'm all thumbs, and so I'm not allowed near any construction, because I might actually ruin everything. So while Arne is, lifting and helping the guys do all the construction work and getting his workout, I'm climbing up a mountain an hour and a half every single day.
Maybe I should join you and bring the camera and make a film when you're climbing that mountain, because it's called Himalaya.
Yeah. Not the Himalayan one, the one in India. This is the Norwegian Himalayan one.
It's a funny name, having a Himalaya.
Yeah.
And you're climbing it.
Well, what I do is actually, let me start the strawberries. Otherwise, this is going to take forever.
And I'm hungry. I need cake.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, well, the thing is, we've got, it's kind of like a very steep, tall mountain. It's called Himalaya. And there's even a base camp there. So halfway there's a base camp. So what I usually do is I run up to base camp, which is okay, uphill. And then once I get there, I take my first break, and then I have to start climbing, and then it's quite steep. So
you could do workout videos.
Yeah, I may have to do that. So
with me behind the camera, and you do the workout. And you bought this machine because now they kick you out of the training place because you didn't behave.
Well, no.
It's because your time is all over.
Yeah, because in Norway, healthcare is for free, and also physiotherapy is free. But the thing is, you only get it as long as you need it. So, once I have doctor's tests that prove that I'm healthy, I don't need it anymore. So my physiotherapist has kicked me out, and she said that I can go there until the end of August. So I bought a treadmill.
That is the most ugly furniture I've ever seen.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Now it's on the front porch, but we have to put it somewhere during winter.
Mm-hmm. But it helps me stay in shape. Yeah. And that's worth it. It's gonna go into the guest house after we get our furniture.
But just for a while, because
and then
it's gonna go somewhere else.
Find a new place for it. Yeah, and I need that treadmill because it's part of my physiotherapy rehabilitation. And I don't want to, just because I get kicked out of there, I don't want to just stop. I want to keep going, because I feel, the thing is that the more physical activity I do, the more active I am, the better I feel. So it's kind of like, I reached a point where I might be becoming a little bit addicted to all that, which I think is actually good. And as I was saying, I climb the mountain every day as long as it doesn't rain. We've been having a lot of weird weather here in Norway, haven't we, Arne?
Yeah, it's been... Like May was very cold, and then June
and July have been quite hot.
July was very warm, and then we have these rain showers, which is very strange.
Yeah, and we just had it now. Just before we started filming, we were actually going to go out and pick more cloudberries, and we had to reschedule because suddenly the sky opened and we had this really heavy rain for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, the rain stopped and now it's sunny. So we'll probably go pick cloudberries after we film this. And
if we can after eating all the cake.
Yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, if we eat all the cake, we have a good excuse to have to go out and move around a little bit more.
That's true.
But what I was going to say is it reminds us of a very tropical kind of weather we haven't had in Norway before.
Yeah.
So yeah. And but yeah, and it's been warm this year. We've had temperatures that have been averaging around 24-25 degrees, which is Celsius, which is around 75 Fahrenheit. And in our porch here, indoors, it has gone way over 30 degrees, so way over 80.
So
even
I'm
90.
just going to help you because your hands are moving again.
Yeah.
And you're not working on the cake.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen the meringue yet. I thought maybe we could wait, but I'm so excited to see it. So maybe you should just
Take it out.
take it out.
So I'm helping you.
Yeah, but why don't you take out the meringue and let's have a look at it. I saw it. It looks good.
Okay.
So let's have a look at that. And yeah, these berries are delicious, by the way. Norwegian
Smell.
strawberries.
That's beautiful.
Oh wow, that looks really great.
Put it over there. Should put it on the plate now.
Yeah, let's put it on the plate and show everybody what our meringue looks like. And this is kind of like
You're
the
like
base-
the king of meringues.
Well,
You could open a bakery. Look at this.
yeah. So Arne, if I do,
Look at the beauty. And it's so sweet.
yeah, it's nice. So
It's
if
so fluffy.
if I do this and put it next to, if you lift up the plate and we do this, does this ring any
Yeah,
memories?
that's the first one you made.
Yeah,
First ever.
my first meringue looked like this because I don't know why. I mean, I was thinking that the egg white would rise, you know, like kind of like when you do a souffle
And
the
what's this
souffle rises.
delicious thing on the paper?
Sugar. It's sugar, yeah.
It's wet.
Yeah. Wow. It's the sugar because there was 250 grams, 2 cups of sugar in there. I think it was, wasn't it?
That's
1 cup
so-
of sugar.
Taste this one.
What? Oh, it's
It's like syrup?
syrup, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We're gonna get on a new sugar high, just like the one I had when I went to the physiotherapist. Anyway, Arne, pay attention. Don't eat and please do not eat the cake. So we've got our berries here, and I just want to do some advertising for Norwegian berries, or actually all berries in the Nordic countries. Whenever you travel to the Nordic countries, pay attention. Don't eat the sugar.
Just one more. Try the strawberries.
Yeah, and the raspberries and the blueberries. They are all so delicious. So I've washed these. These are the raspberries. Here are some blueberries. Actually, these are not Norwegian. The raspberries are. The blueberries are not. These are store-bought, and they come from Poland, I think.
They're too big to be.
But our
wild.
blueberries are now starting to come in season here in the mountains. They're tiny and they're full of flavor. And then, of course, our delicious strawberries. And the Norwegian strawberries are probably some of the best in the world.
They taste like strawberries. Sometimes when we travel and we have strawberries,
Yeah.
it's like they don't taste like strawberries. It's like water.
I think it's because we have such long days here and we have this beautiful light that is very beautiful. And I think the strawberries, they just love that light and they just, enjoy themselves. So we have, our strawberry season is from June and probably these are some of the last strawberries that we're getting. And we have them in our garden. We used to grow them. We haven't grown them for a few years, but we do have a few plants that come
Few
back.
plants in between the flowers. So we have to look for the berries. But I think we should do like
The thing about these
put
strawberries.
them in the kitchen garden.
Yeah. The thing about these strawberries
But
is
you
that.
shouldn't eat them now. You
Yeah,
should
but
put them on the cake.
Just one more, because what I want to say is the
Okay.
thing about these strawberries are that they're so sweet they don't need any additional sugar, huh?
You need sugar on top when you
Come
finish
on,
the cake.
that's the cake. But the strawberries, come on.
No, you don't need sugar.
They're sweet and so delicious.
I thought you were talking about the cake because this has to be sweet.
Anyway, yeah, the cake has to be sweet, but these are just delicious without any sugar. They're naturally sweet. So anyway, if you ever come to the Nordic countries in the summer, you have to make sure to try the berries because they are absolutely the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we gonna start eating the meringue before I?
No, I'm just checking
Good.
that it's all in one piece.
It's in one piece. Okay, so we are gonna do the cream now, and while I start the cream, Arne, I saw that.
What? Was a piece that fell off the cake?
Listen, the cake is standing there still. No pieces are falling off unless you're breaking them off. So pay attention now.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna do the cream now that goes on top before we put the berries on. And the recipes that I found, they all say that to use vanilla sugar. And vanilla sugar is something in Norway. At least you can go buy it in the supermarket. It's in a box or in a container. And to me, it sounds like something that is man-made, that is artificial. And I love using, like really good ingredients. So I've got a real vanilla pod. So what I'm gonna do?
The containers that come.
Yeah, you love the containers.
I love
yeah.
the container. I'm gonna keep this one
Yeah.
because I put beads in them.
Yeah, beads and little
Small stuff. Small buttons.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the vanilla, and actually I'm gonna pour the cream first because I think that's probably better.
I don't know. I can talk about what we did this summer.
Yeah, but hang on, just want to tell everybody. So 5 deciliters of cream is 2 cups. So
2 coffee cups.
No, not a coffee cup. 2 cups. This cup.
If it says cup in an old Norwegian recipe, I use a coffee cup.
Yeah,
Not that I do it that often, but for waffles.
I think we've gone through this before many times, probably even today. Arne, this here, look at here. What does this say?
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the cup.
I'm
But maybe
not giving up.
maybe
I think a cup is a cup.
yeah, maybe a coffee cup will fit in there. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, vanilla goes into the cream. I'm doing both sides, scooping up all the vanilla goodness from that.
Looks good actually.
Shall we just throw these in as well?
But you said you could keep this?
Yeah, actually you can. You can reuse them. I do a lot of porridge still, but only the porridges that Arne likes. We don't do the porridges that Arne doesn't like anymore. Don't eat the vanilla.
No, I just tasted it.
Yeah. But anyway, once I scoop out the seeds and all the stuff inside the pod, you can still use these. So we'll save these.
Okay, so you want this one then?
Yeah, until tomorrow. Yeah, and then we'll put them in porridge. I'm doing a rice porridge with barley instead of rice, and I'm gonna boil it in milk, and then we'll add vanilla. It's gonna be delicious. Great breakfast.
I can have that.
Yeah. So we'll just put the vanilla in here, and then we're just gonna blend this. It takes, oh yeah, and maybe a little bit of sugar as well. I forgot. I got sugar.
A cup?
No, just a little. I'll put a spoon.
A spoon.
I mean, I think it's enough sugar as it is. Yeah. And this takes like 2 minutes to blend. So while I blend it, we can talk about things that nobody cares about because they won't hear us anyway. We can talk about your.
I can clean the paper.
Yeah. Or we can talk about your actual age.
29?
No, your real age. We can do that while.
Oh, 28.
No, your real age while I am.
No, I will talk about what we did this summer.
Yeah, but I was thinking, when I do this and
No one can hear it.
nobody can hear, you can tell everybody your real age.
Oh, yeah, so be quick.
Takes 2 minutes.
I just said it.
Yeah. How old are you? Yeah, with the blender it goes really quick.
Finished already?
Almost. Okay, there we go, done. It's done.
I just told the story about my age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have cake now? Soon. Cake.
Yeah.
Cake.
But I need a spoon. And yeah, so what did we do this summer, Arne?
We did a lot of different things, but we have a tradition going with the veteran car or the vintage car. So we had done 2 trips with a vintage car or old Beetle. So the first tour was with the ladies.
Yeah.
Because we are.
There we go.
We are part of, or we are joining a group of ladies who all drive vintage cars, and we're like the only 2 guys. We're like the women of honor.
Yeah. Or the mascots.
The mascots. So we go around in Norway in the old cars, and we try to stay in these old hotels. We have something we call the historic hotels, which is this is old places and old hotels who has a history.
Beautiful hotels.
And most of them are so beautiful. We haven't stayed in a bad one yet. They're all beautiful.
And so we drive around in these vintage cars. This trip, we were 8 people.
Yeah. And
7 cars. There was the Beetle.
6 cars. 7 cars.
6 cars maybe.
6.
So there was the Beetle, of course. Our Beetle is from 1968. There was a Volvo Amazon from the 60s. There was a Porsche from 1972. There was a Triumph from 1956. And then 2 MGs.
So 6 cars.
So 6 cars. The MGs were also from the 60s. Maybe one of them was from 59 and the other one was from 64 or something. So the MGs and the Triumph were convertible. The Porsche, the Amazon, and our Beetle were not convertible. And then we go around to these beautiful places in Norway where these amazing historical hotels are. Have lovely dinners and listen to storytelling. Storytelling is a big thing in Norway, and it's very interesting if you ever come to Norway and stay in one of the historic hotels. Usually after dinner, there will be a storytelling session where the owner of the hotel or the people who run it will come and tell you the story of the hotel and the history, in case there were. For example, we stayed in one hotel where Kaiser William of Germany and Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands and the King and the Queen of Norway used to go often. So we stayed at that hotel.
That's where they had the ghost in our room.
Yeah.
That's that hotel.
Yeah.
Because there was a girl, her name was Eva, and she fell in love with one of the men who came on the boat with the Kaiser, I think.
Yeah, with the Emperor.
The Emperor, and there was something about the brooch and some jewelry, and
then she killed herself.
Back, and she drowned herself in the river, floating in the white dress.
Yeah, because she got a wedding dress for the whole thing.
And then she visited one of the rooms in the hotel.
And then they told us about the haunted room, and then they said the room number, and they asked if anyone was staying there. Then I looked at the key, and it was our number.
Yes, it was.
So we were staying in Lady Eva whatever's room.
And they said every time there's 2 guys staying in that room, Eva comes. We didn't see her.
No, I didn't see her. I didn't see her.
But it's a really nice way to this, what you call that? Discover your own.
Discover your own culture and heritage
and country. Because we see the country in a totally different way when we do these trips. Because sometimes we do like smaller roads. We don't follow all the main roads because the traffic is too heavy sometimes. So you take those
little roads.
roads.
And staying in these historic hotels where we partake in the tradition of storytelling, which I guess is what we do as well when we do sit in it for a bit. We sit here and we tell stories. Yeah. So anyway, we did a 4-day trip with a group of ladies and the beautiful vintage cars. And then our niece, she and her husband or partner because they're not married. They bought a Volkswagen from 1967, not a Beetle like ours. They bought one called Type 3.
Yeah.
And so we invited them on a 3-day trip.
And it was their first tour in the vintage cars. So I hope they get addicted to it, so that we can go next summer as well.
Yeah, I hope so too. So I'm gonna start putting the cream on top of the meringue, and soon you will have your
my cake.
yeah. But with experience, I'm not gonna put all the cream at once, because once when I made this, I put all the cream in the middle, and then the whole thing just collapsed.
But this won't collapse. This is a very.
I think I heard a crunch. It's okay. It's okay because it's not.
Maybe we should have a bigger plate.
It's okay.
We have to buy a big.
No. This one may have cracked a little bit, but it hasn't.
But it's gonna crack anyway.
Yeah, when we put it in our stomach, it's gonna crack. So the second trip was really nice, and we actually did something that we would have never done on a regular year, because when we were at the Hotel Union, and we were looking at ways to get to our next hotel, because we also stayed in historic hotels with them. Arne found a route where we could take a ferry inside the Geiranger Fjord. Now, if you know a little bit about Norway, you will probably know about the Geiranger Fjord, because it is a UNESCO heritage site, and usually it is the victim, because I believe it's a victim of cruising. So you have places like Venice and Dubrovnik and Barcelona that are overrun with cruise ships, and it's the same with the Geiranger Fjord. We've been there a couple of times by car.
And once with
Hurtigruten, and it's awful because you have these humongous cruise ships that just obstruct the view.
But the Hurtigruten looks like a small wooden next to the big.
Exactly. The ships that we go on our knitting cruises is a smaller ship, so they don't carry 6,000 passengers. They only carry like 400. So it's different.
It was really nice. What happened?
Whoops.
Well, third time will be a hit.
It's okay though. Plop.
This was the second time this happened.
The meringue collapsed, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay because it didn't fall flat down. It's fine. It's fine. Look.
Maybe we should start to check the cake under, see if there's like empty space, because then we could turn it upside down and put the cream inside.
Don't feel sorry for me. I'm okay. I'm happy.
I don't feel sorry. I know you can handle this.
I can handle it.
It still looks good.
Yeah. I'll disguise it with strawberries there. Anyway, we took the ferry. We took the boat, or a boat, a small boat, not a cruise ship, and we were able to experience Geiranger Fjord without a cruise ship, which was great.
That was really nice. Because I was checking the map, because when we were in the second hotel, not the last one, but the second one, Union, I read in the news that there were like rocks falling down of the tunnels that we were passing by or going through on our way to that hotel. So I was like a little bit anxious of going back the same way.
Yeah, you were very concerned
during
with
those
the car. Yeah.
tunnels, because when you drive an old car, like the lights are not as in the new cars, and it's a little bit different. So. And then I saw we could just take like a 20 minutes drive, and then we were in a place called Hellesylt.
Yeah.
And there was a ferry.
And arriving in
ferry to Geiranger, and that was a really nice trip. We saw all these waterfalls and the farms that is like high up on the cliffs. It's beautiful.
And arriving in Geiranger to the port with only like how many people? 70 people there. Usually it would have been like 10,000 people in that port.
And we've been there. We drove down there in the Beetle a few years ago, and it was so crowded we couldn't even stop the car.
Exactly.
There was no place to park, so we just drove through the city, and when it's a nice place, by the way.
And when it comes to driving around in Norway, we are so lucky that we live in the place where we live, because we are so near everything here. We're near Oslo, we're near Bergen, we're near Trondheim. And we're also near Geiranger. It takes us, I think it takes us 4.5 hours to drive from here to Geiranger Fjord.
So it's not far to the west coast.
No, it's not far at all.
And it's not far to Sweden.
No.
So we're close to a lot of things.
Yeah, we're really near.
It's
so
very far when you go to Lofoten like we did last year. That was a long...
Yeah, that took us 3 days, but that's because we
3 days.
drove the coast and we stopped at these historic hotels and we had the storytelling tradition, which is so lovely.
But going across Norway is not so bad, but going up, that's very long.
Yeah.
I think you do a really beautiful work. Do you have a plan now? Is there like a design idea behind this? Or-
No, I thought I'd just put these around in a ring, kind of.
And you do it so well.
Thank you. Thank you. But now I see that the blue, we should put more blue in between because it's, yeah,
You can't have all the blue in the middle.
no. So we'll put more blue here and yeah, it'll look great when it's done, I promise.
And then we had another nice trip this summer, just a few days ago actually.
Yeah,
Or
which
weeks ago.
which we posted on Instagram for you all to enjoy.
And that was we went to see Gita, who is organizing the knitting cruises that
For
we do,
us, yeah.
and the garden trips to England. Actually, we have done only one garden trip.
Yeah.
The second one was cancelled, but it's coming. And she took us on the sailboat
Mm-hmm.
because she and her boyfriend has a sailboat. So that was really nice, and we made some plans. So
Yeah.
keep your eyes peeled. We have some plans.
We still have to wait for Norway to open up. Not everything is open yet. But the good news about Norway is that most people who are offered the vaccine are accepting it. So our government, it was in the newspapers yesterday, the government expects about pretty much everybody or almost everybody who got the offer of the second vaccine to take it in the end of September. And by the end of September, about 90% or even more than 90% of the Norwegian population will be vaccinated, which means that...
I also read that they think that everything will be back to normal in the end of September.
well, back to normal
In
in Norway, yeah. Because outside of Norway, I would say outside of the Scandinavian countries or even the Nordic, we have to include Finland. Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Iceland probably are going to have a very high vaccination rate or of people who got the vaccine, which means we're going to get herd immunity here. Norway, they're saying around 95% of the adult population will be vaccinated by the end of October. So, and then the country will open up. And as soon as the country opens up, we can start booking space on the Hurtigruten for our knitting cruises.
Wow, this one is even prettier.
Than the
More
one that I did for your birthday last month.
But you don't need all this strawberry. No, this...
Yeah, but we need to
what's it
put
called, this one?
raspberries.
Raspberries.
Yeah, but no, I need to put more raspberries.
So I eat some of them.
Okay.
I'm helping you.
Yeah, and we were saying, I mean, kind of maybe a contradiction. We were saying how we don't like the big cruises that destroy Geiranger Fjord, and then we are doing knitting cruises. But we do it on the local boat, the Coastal Express, which is actually...
Very different from...
It's very different from, but not only very different, it's actually the lifeline of the north of Norway, and they are a necessity for people because they are also a car ferry, they are transportation for people, and they only take 400 passengers, unlike the cruises that take 10,000 people or whatever.
This was good. Try this one.
Which one? The raspberries?
The raspberry with the sugar.
Oh, give me one. Hit me with one, please.
With my rhythm sticks. And you need more sugar. This is like a cake by itself.
Good.
Wasn't that good?
Oh yeah.
And
You're a professional.
New recipe.
You're-
Take raspberries, take the leftover on the paper from the meringue, and you have a nice aperitif.
I have to
Is that
say,
the word?
yeah, and you are a professional when it comes to
Sweet.
finding ways to eat sugar, huh?
This is like what's it called? Those small cakes, petit
Petit four?
four, petit four.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a petit four.
Well, I'm very sorry that the cake collapsed, Arne, but I think it's going to taste
It tastes the same. Come on,
just as good.
no problem. you can eat it. You can put more there because now it's like a little bit
Yeah, it's a little wonky. I know.
wonky.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some more here. Some strawberries. Let's do it this way so that everybody can see.
And Freya is waiting under the table.
Yeah,
because
and you're
she-
waiting too. Are you?
I'm waiting also. Me and Freya.
Are you desperate for some
A
cake?
little bit desperate now.
Yeah.
I can feel.
So Arne, I did this cake for you in about 15 minutes because
Yeah.
that's how long our podcast lasts usually.
Yeah, usually.
So this is pretty much a 15-minute cake.
15-minute cake.
And the question is, what are you gonna make me on my birthday, or are you gonna go shopping?
I guess I have to go shopping. I know what you like and I know where to find it. So
So what do I like? Tell me.
I don't know the name in English and it's a surprise.
Okay, so you're just gonna wing it.
No, I know what it. But you're not supposed to know what you get for your birthday.
Oh, okay. So you surprise me.
I think you know where I'm gonna get the cake.
Yeah, at the bakery.
At the bakery.
Yeah.
And I think I will buy 4 of them.
4? No,
Or
no,
6.
no. I can't have too much sugar. Unlike you, because I'm a normal person, and normal people, they can't take that much sugar. You're like the exception. I don't know how you do it, but you do.
I don't eat so much chocolate anymore. When I was younger, I had chocolate like almost every day. But I'm not so fond of that anymore.
Okay. Here is your cake. I would put a candle for every single year you were born, but I'm afraid that the cake would collapse even more.
Yeah, so don't do that.
So
You don't need to put candles.
I'm not going to do that.
It's not COVID friendly.
No,
Because then
exactly.
I have to blow the candles.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. We went to this birthday party in. It was a kid's birthday party. Actually, it's somebody very close to us. He turned 4 years old, and he's born the day before Arne. And yeah, it was a birthday party, and they had a cake shaped like one of those superheroes.
And you thought about that?
And they put candles, and the kid blew the candles out.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to have cake.
I saw you. You had cake. Come on.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No. Because it's not very politically correct to blow out candles on anybody's cake when in these COVID times.
But now, in a few weeks, you can blow cake.
Even if it was a
Okay.
4-year-old. I don't know.
Okay, but look at this. Is so beautiful. You did a good job. Look at this.
It's okay.
Delicious.
I wish the thing wouldn't have
But I
collapsed.
think we need a big. Oh, we have a bigger plate. Why don't we use the big plate
Well, next time.
next time?
Okay.
Because this is a little bit curved, so that's why it cracks.
Okay.
So we taste it.
Yeah, so this is the recreation of Arne's birthday. Now, in tradition, I get a tiny plate and I only get a little slice, and then Arne gets to eat the whole thing.
My plates.
Get me a small plate.
No, but I can't eat from the big plate. Not on camera. I can do that later.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And we need a fork as well.
No, we have this one.
Yeah, but we're not going to eat the cake with that, are we? Yeah, do it here
I think
where
I
it's already
start
broken.
from where it's broken, and then we can work our way around it. Wow, this is so yummy. And the sound.
Yeah, it looks good.
The sound of meringue. Wow, look.
It should be crunchy on the outside, and then the inside should be a little chewy because of the raspberry vinegar.
I think
that
it is
put in.
because the thing on the plate was like that. Where's the champagne?
Well,
Oh no, it's not my birthday.
it's only 2:30, so
No, it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And when everybody sees this, it's actually 6 o'clock. So we could do it. Anyway, yeah, here it is. Arne's birthday cake recreated. Happy belated birthday, Arne.
Thank you.
How old were you again?
29?
29 again. So yeah. And yeah, have a special. Well, you had a special
This
birthday
is so
already,
good.
but yeah.
And this won't be all.
No, the meringue is definitely chewy on the inside.
I'm not sure if I can have dinner tonight, but look at it. It's
Yeah.
just so yummy.
Yeah, very yummy. I'm just gonna have this. You can have that. Enjoy it. It's your second birthday cake this year, so it's been a special year for you. 2 cakes.
Thank you.
And yeah, we hope you have enjoyed this podcast where we have kind of sort of recapped our summer, which has been great.
And we've been eating like... This is like the videos where people eat. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just eat cake and people watch. It's so good.
It's really good.
It's yummy, yummy, yummy.
So yeah, we had a rough start to the summer, considering Arne's dad's passing, but it's also been a great summer. We've had a lot of fun, and we feel very good. We're healthy. I think that we're both pretty healthy now, back to health after that COVID hell that we've been through. So we're very happy about that. We've got our vaccine, so it kind of gives us a little closure.
You're ready for new adventures.
Ready for new adventures in the rest of 2021. Hopefully, traveling will open up. International travel will open up so that we can go traveling again. Maybe in 2022. Norway hopefully will get back to normal soon, and you're having more cake, I see.
I told you it won't get old.
And yeah,
This
so
won't be 28 years old.
no.
Not even 28 hours.
So
Not 28 minutes,
No.
Carlos.
So all in all, we're really looking forward to this fall and to continue sharing our daily life with you guys. Sit in it for a bit. We'll now resume, and we will continue posting episodes on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central European Summertime, as always. September, we have a big surprise for all of you. We're going to be doing something different for once that we can't wait to tell you, but for now, we're going to let it be a secret. And then of course we post episodes on Sundays as well. So keep your eyes peeled for new episodes on Sundays and on Wednesdays. How about some formalities, Arne? Do you have time for that?
No, not really. Oh, okay. If you like our videos, put your thumbs up, and if you subscribe, remember to put on your notifications, because then you get this spring and you won't miss an episode. And was that everything?
Get on our mailing list.
And because then you get
All the information early before everybody else. And in case you're interested in putting yourself on the waiting list for our cruises that are going to be resuming hopefully in 2022, make sure to send us an email through our contact form at arnecarlos.com, and we will put you on the list. And while you're there, there's great patterns that you can shop. So go to our web shop and get patterns. That's really good. And yeah. Good.
I'm finished talking now.
Thank you so much
You
for
have to eat, Carl.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Happy birthday, belated birthday, Arne.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next Wednesday at the same time. Bye.
Bye.
Mm.
Gott.
Mm.